Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome to Aswang Hunter, which is a horror game from the creators of Interdimensional Vending Machine that takes place in the Philippines, where you defend people and hunt the various local monsters that are plaguing them. Local authorities continue to investigate a string of unusual nighttime disturbances reported across several remote barangays. Residents have described livestock turning up drain of blood, scratching sounds on rooftops, and strange animal cries that seem to move unnaturally fast in the dark. Officials maintain that the incidents are likely caused by wildlife or local superstition, though no conclusive evidence has been found. Wait a minute. I'm looking over here. I'm seeing this. Oh boy! One of the households most affected is the De La Cruz family, living on the outskirts of... Man, I would be like pronouncing all this stuff bad the entire time. Sitio Bancod. Rita's De La Cruz, 8 months pregnant, says the disturbances began quietly, just noises outside the window, or their dog barking at seemingly nothing. Over the past week, however, the activity has become more aggressive. Her husband Dennis, still recovering from a motorcycle accident left him with limited mobility, reported seeing shadows moving near the tree line, but was unable to investigate. Their two children, Andrea, age 9, and Allison, age 6, have also been affected. Teachers note that both have been coming to school unusually tired, claiming they cannot sleep because someone keeps walking on the roof. The parents initially dismissed their stories as imagination, but after several nights of tapping noises and failed attempts to contact barangay patrols, they began to fear the situation was more serious. With no further assistance available, the family has sought the help of an independent hunter familiar with older protective practices, if it's not officially recognized but still quietly used in rural communities. You've been asked to assess the property, stay with the family through the night, and determine the source of the disturbances. No official statement has been released about your involvement. The only thing noted in the incident log is the time of arrival. 1942, Hunter dispatched residents. Night watch begins. I begin my watch. This is the fourth night they've attacked. Honestly, I would protect this house myself if not for my leg. Okay. Case number. Husband recovering from a motorcycle accident, limited mobility. Unexplained disturbances. Report seeing shadows moving near the tree line. Noise outside the window at night, dog barking, and no visible target, tapping sounds, shadows, footsteps. There's a 4 enemy count. Ah, that's great. Weapons. Nothing here you're carrying. Air. Have these different stats. Talk. Alright, that's useless to me. Let's go over this room. I was trying to study for my exams, but it's impossible to focus with those monsters outside. I just want the sniper to end. Get the toy box? Yes. Please don't take my toy box. It's nothing that makes me feel calm at night. There's different items. Turn the fan on. I'll get this hanger. Okay. You can take the hanger if it really helps you protect us. I have no idea. Lightweight but feared. Mom-grade weaponry. Well, apparently it will be useful. Look at this light. Please don't take the gas area. That's the only one I have when it gets dark. Okay, I can't take that. You need a light. The noises have been getting worse every single night. I can barely sleep with all the scratching outside. It feels like they're just waiting for the right moment. I mean, they probably are. I'll need these shampoos. I don't think I can give you these. Those things outside want flesh, not a proper shower. How do you know that? What are you doing? I know we asked for you, but this dipper won't do us any good. That's flushing. Really, you didn't bring any sharp things with you? No. I'm hiding in the kitchen because there's lots of snacks here. I'm too scared to eat any of them right now. The monsters outside sound really hungry. What can I take here? I'll need this pan. Okay, I'll lend you our fry pan. Just please bring us peace at night so my family can sleep without fear. I'll also need this pan cover. Okay, you can have it. If it helps you block or fight those monsters, take it. I need some firewood. Okay, Mr. Hunter, you can take some of our firewood. If it helps you protect our house tonight, I don't want to stop you. Somebody's going down. I can see it in the branches. That bird-like thing. I don't want to get my heart eaten by that monster. I see it. How do I... It just went away. Something's going on in the bathroom. It's perched out there in the dark trees. I can see its silhouette against the moonlight. It's just waiting for the perfect time to dive. Get out! Wait, there's a red. It's here! Battle start. So what are the mechanics exactly? I have two hands. Okay. A to attack with your left arm, D to attack with your right arm, Q to defend with your left arm. Defending protects you from taking all damage from enemy attack. Oh. I'll need to equip some, I'll beat you down. I need to like... Oh, I want to test this. You killed it. I don't fully understand the timing and the nuance of the weapons and stuff. I'll figure it out as I go. And it also seems like there's this element. Catching breath recovers 50% stamina. Increases stamina regeneration by 1. But attack is attack. You actually killed it. Thank you. Okay, this does the stamina doesn't recharge after the fights. I see what some of those passives were. Is that wild dog out there? Wait, the shape of its head is completely wrong. It's deformed and unnatural. It's just a dog. It's just chilling. That's no dog. Look at the legs. They're bent backwards. Funny enough, I was able to find you here. I could look for a knife in the kitchen if you want. That vase is too special for my wife. Could you give me a knife? Be nice. We got an attacker in the bathroom. No, she's dead. What? Already? I failed. Okay, so you can't hold defend. Weapon broke. Gonna run out of stamina soon. No stamina. Okay. We're gonna die. It's fleeing. I can't do anything about it. Enemy fled. Well, this is awkward. That's no dog. Okay. There's the thing again. The only thing I don't like is... you can't equip, like, things before the fight? Well, now there it is. We're getting an attack over here. It's here! I'm just gonna kind of like lay in. These things like run fast. You ran away like a big coward. You scared off with your cool weapon. It knows it can't beat you. I mean, I'm gonna run out of weapons pretty soon. That's nice. It's a Nangal. You have to protect Maritus in the bathroom. She's already dead. Naturally, I'm sorry about that. They hunt pregnant women. My children. You must be scared by now. Yeah, I see it. Do I leave you, or... I mean, the monster's like right there. That thing is absolutely disgusting. It's just the upper torso floating out of there. How's that even biologically possible? Like, which one I go defend? They're coming in all the windows. Yeah, it's just a half-scary lady. Where did her legs go? That's so gross and weird. Yeah, we're getting attacked like multiple areas. It's here! Okay, we're getting an actual attack now. Enemy has rampaged? Authorities confirmed this morning that the independent hunter called the assisted De La Cruz household was found dead just outside the residence. Initial findings point to a violent struggle of an unidentified assailant. Officials have declined to release full details to describe the injuries only as not consistent with any known wildlife attack. At the home, responders documented the following casualties among the De La Cruz family. Maritus De La Cruz, who was in her 8th month of pregnancy, was found deceased in the bathroom, seated on the toilet bowl. There were no signs of force entering the area, but the scattered toiletries and overturned pails suggest she may attempted to steady herself before collapsing. Medical personnel estimate she died several hours before officers reached the scene. Local residents have begun referring to the property as unsafe and are avoiding the surrounding area after dark. The investigation remains open, and authorities have yet to identify any suspects. No official explanation has been given for the nature of the attack. Oh, the dog is here. Hide. Okay, so there's a hide mechanic. So you gotta tell them to hide or they could die. Need a decent tutorial for this. Keep hiding. Maybe you all should just stay hiding. That'd probably keep us safe. Could you hide in there? It's like targeting YouTube in particular. I notice like nothing's attacking this time around. Maybe because I'm having you all hide. Yeah, like remember the last time we were like attacked by multiple monsters and it's just like they just kept coming? But now I guess since we're making sure the family members are staying hidden, it's chilling. Like maybe it actually getting in and you having to fight it is like a desperation scenario, not the norm. You're supposed to like attempt. Going for the dad. Going for the daughter. You survived the night. Authorities report this morning that the independent hunter called the assisting De La Cruz house survived an overnight encounter with an unidentified assailant near the property. According to the initial field notes, the hunter sustained minor injuries but was able to remain active and responsive until dawn. The incident is believed to have taken place in several short bursts throughout the night. Neighbors reported hearing unusual animal sounds, brief shouting, and the movement of furniture inside the house, but no one approached the residence until patrol officers arrived after sunrise. Despite evidence of forced entry attempts and signs of struggle inside the home, all members of the De La Cruz family were reported alive at the time of assessment. Officials have not released further information regarding their medical or psychological condition. Local residents have expressed mixed reactions to the outcome. While some credit the hunter's presence for preventing further loss of life, many have begun avoiding the area entirely after dark. The investigation remains open, and authorities have yet to identify any suspects or provide an unofficial explanation for the nature of the attack. Warning breaks over Sitio Bangkok. The daylight offers little comfort to the residents recovering from the first night's terror. Whispers spread among the neighbors of massive winged silhouettes in the trees and unnerving clicking sounds echoing through the walls. Local officials have doubled down on their explanations of feral dogs and aggressive bats, completely ignoring the amounting physical damage to the homes. Inside the De La Cruz residence, the atmosphere is heavy, thick with the trauma of the previous night and the weight of those who remain. The area is fractured by a mixture of fragile, desperate hope and the lingering, suffocating presence of all that was lost. Start Night 2. I spent all day trying to reinforce the doors and windows, but my bad leg made it incredibly difficult. My grandfather built this house decades ago, and he always kept strange talismans above the door frames. I used to think he was just a superstitious old man, but now I understand his paranoia. Can I get new items? Seven monsters this time. I found an old box of matches in a drawer, but Dad said I shouldn't play with fire. But maybe we can use the fire to scare the monsters away. Animals in movies are always afraid of big fires. Maybe you can like give me those matches. I tried hanging my grandmother's old garlic amulets around the window frame today, but for an hour the garlic turned completely black and rotted away. Whatever magic is out there, it's stronger than old wives' tales. I spent hours today researching these creatures on deep web forums and old digital archives. It turns out our town has a massive spike in missing persons every 50 years. We're right in the middle of a historical feeding cycle. There's gotta be other items, right? Because I feel like these things were breaking pretty easily. We got something. The weird kangaroo dog is back and it smells like a stinking garbage truck. Why are his back legs so huge and weird? Looks like a cartoon character that got drawn completely wrong. Okay, it's going for the dad right now. We'll see if it makes an actual attack. The Sigban is back and it brought a foul stench with it. It smells like rotting meat and sulfur baking in the hot sun. It's trying to make us nauseous, so we drop our guard and leave an opening. Going for the sun. Like, I'm not sure the downside of telling them to hide. I mean, it looks like it's the main mechanic. Someone did die before when we weren't doing it. Oh, so it's the same monster, so I wonder if the monsters carry over between the days? The hideous creature staring at me from the frost in the glass. Its backward legs are twitching uncontrollably, like it's high on adrenaline. It's a completely unnatural abomination. That thing looks like a genetic mutation between a hyena and a kangaroo. Its anatomical structure shouldn't allow it to stand on those inverted hind legs, yet it looks incredibly powerful and balanced. It only attacks when one of these things turns red. And for it to turn red, I think it has to linger in the area long enough for them to do it. That might explain why we don't have many weapons or, like, resources. Because we do want to kind of avoid a fight if we can. And I don't even know if we even replenish our weapons, like, over the days. Check the bomb. Yep, we got attacked. That'll start. I'm just gonna beat you down. It's just always defending. Weapon broke. It's fleeing. Enemy fled. These little guys are tough. Right away because it knows you're way too strong for it. It's a big crybaby monster going back to its mommy. Keep your eyes peeled. It might be sneaking through the back door. Sickening black tongue. It's sliding for the weather stripping. It's stripping of a vile acidic saliva that burns right for the wood. We have to sever it before it reaches across the room and grab something. At least I've already, like, broken a weapon. Just that one fight. It's not my health and everything restored, though. You survived the night. Authorities report that the independent hunter survived a brutal second night at the Dela Cruz residence. Field notes show that the hunter barely held on as a wave after wave of creatures attacked the house until sunrise. Even if you were able to kill one, there was like 7 of them available. So, like, I don't think there's enough endurance with your weapons to kill them. The surviving family members were found huddled together in the center of the living room, surrounded by debris, having been saved just as the house was about to give way. We should just move. The attack was relentless and lasted all night. Neighbors said they heard banging sound like someone was trying to tear the foundation of the house right out of the ground. When patrols arrived at sunrise, they saw dark shapes melting away into the trees, leaving behind a house that was barely standing. Despite evidence of forced entry attempts and signs of struggle inside the home, all members of the De La Cruz family were reported alive at the time of assessment. Officials have not released further information regarding their medical or psychological condition. The neighborhood is gripped by fear after these 2 nights. While the community was relieved the hunter kept the rest of the family alive, the events have left a dark stain on the area that won't go away. The case has been passed to higher authorities, but there's little hope of ever catching the things that attacked the house that night. Morning breaks over Sitio Bancod, though the daylight offers little comfort to the sun dips below the horizon, casting long twisted shadows over Sitio Bancod, as in the pulse of a life of their own. An unnatural silence has fallen over the neighborhood. The birds have stopped singing and even insects have gone quiet, as if the land itself is holding its breath. Local authorities have abandoned the area entirely, leaving behind a barricade ghost town atmosphere, where the only thing moving in the darkness is the hunt. Inside the house, the walls are beginning to buckle, the wood splintering under the weight of something that refuses to be kept out any longer. The air is heavy, vibrating with the collective trauma of the past 2 nights, and a desperate bone-deep uncertainty about what the coming hours will bring. Night triple. The journal warned that the third night eclipse is when the physical veil is the thinnest. My grandfather's aware that the woods themselves will seem to move and whisper your name in the dark. I've completely run out of rock stuff for the windowsill, so it's all down to your aim now. Let's see if I can get some more items. Dad said I have to be the bravest boy in the whole world tonight. I found a super sharp kitchen knife, but it's way too heavy for me to swing. I'm just gonna stay hiding on the table and let you do all the blasting. You gonna give me that knife? I think wood's the infinite one. The old legends say that on the third night of the blood moon, the monsters become entirely feral. They are drawn to the scent of a new soul entering the world, and they will stop at nothing to consume it. The baby is kicking so hard it feels like it's trying to escape. What be a type of monsters? Are you being like stingy with items? 12 monsters this time. Everything on the third night of the eclipse, the barrier between our world and theirs entirely shatters. They don't just want to eat our flesh, they want to drag our souls back to the nest to feed their young. I arm myself with a baseball bat, but I know it's practically useless against them. Will you give me that baseball bat? Maybe the coat hangers are infinite too. I do hear noises, but... got something. The big monster bird land rats at the window is looking at me. Its claws are digging deep into the wood and scratching it all up. It's staring right at my secret fort on the table. Hide. Dad. Wak Wak, huh? It's right on the glass, staring directly into my soul. Its feathers are shedding a foul, blinding dust against the window pane to obscure our vision. Shoot it before it releases that piercing, glass-shattering scream. It's already attacking in this room. Alright, I'm just gonna lay into it. Invincible. Oh, it's because it's like coming in. It's like, I mean, you don't like block all the damage, but it's hard to tell if I'm actually blocking, but I think the number is lower. See it? I'm just gonna take it down. These were kind of easier. You killed it. HP wasn't bad. Stamina was kind of low. Pal Bam, you totally crushed that bad guy. You are officially my favorite superhero in the whole wide world. Did it drop any cool monster loot when you defeated it? Depends what you consider monster loot. I wonder if you switch weapons, if like they restored durability. I don't know. It's perched ominously in the branches looking like a gargoyle sent straight from hell. Its eyes are completely hyper-dilated, absorbing every single ounce of moonlight. Don't let it hypnotize you with its dead stare. Never one of these. They're coming in all the multiple rooms. Go to the kitchen. Kitchen. It's right there. I do think the dog monster was definitely harder than the bird monster, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of the other couple monsters we haven't actually fought were possibly even tougher. Like, there's that thing with that tongue. We have not seen what that is. Multiple attacks. The giant bird is slamming its full body wings against the frosted glass. It's trying to shatter the pain from the sheer brute force of momentum. The Ligand never running straight out the window. Never one of these. At least these are like easier to kill if it does get in. I feel like they're alluding to some mechanics you might get, like attacking before it even gets here. Dad. Okay, it's going for the dad again. Going in the kitchen again. Going for the dad. Going for a few people right now. We got an attack in the kitchen. Well, it doesn't matter, we survived. You survived the night. Authorities report this morning that the independent hunter successfully held the line for the final night of the siege. Despite the house being physically dismantled around them by an overwhelming force, the hunter and surviving members of the De La Cruz family were evacuated at dawn. The residence is a total loss, but the family has been relocated to a high-security facility under government protection. The final hours of the watch were described as a systematic dismantling of the home. Neighbors reported the sound of relentless rhythmic tearing and crushing throughout the night, only ceasing when the sun began to rise. When patrol officers arrived, they found the hunter emerging from the rubble with the surviving family members, surrounded by a perimeter that had been pushed to its absolute breaking point. Following the total destruction of their home, the surviving members of the De La Cruz family have been placed under indefinite medical and psychological quarantine. Officials have confirmed that no further contact with the public will be permitted, citing the extreme nature of the trauma and the need to contain sensitive information regarding the source of the attacks. The De La Cruz case is now officially considered closed. While the family survived, the house and its history have been completely wiped from the records. The hunter has been reassigned, and the community has been warned that any further mention of the events at the De La Cruz residence will be met with severe legal consequences. And we lived. I guess it just keeps kind of like looping. Like, well, we did technically beat Night 3, but like we can replay it. See, we can see like different monsters and stuff. I did keep our health too. Well, I didn't even like see the battle start thing. It just like came right in. Scary. Beat you down. Yeah, like, it kind of lowers it down to 3 damage. I don't see, like, inherently the reason not to, like, just wail on them. I mean, your fist is pretty decent, too. Punch! You killed it. Maybe stamina regeneration. You absolutely obliterated. Laura said they were resilient, but clearly they aren't bulletproof. Keep the momentum going because we still have a long night ahead of us. So, that's it for the current build of Aswang Hunter. There seems like there's some mechanics that are not in this build. going by the trailer, like I saw in the trailer, you can obviously there's a lot more weapons and they're much stronger. But you also could give the people in the household weapons. And I'm assuming they would defend themselves with it, or maybe give you like a little bit of a chance for them to survive an encounter. Aside from that, I think the idea is cool, like very cool. I do like the monsters; they all look pretty scary. It's pretty kind of like a graphic game. Definitely feels like an early build, like they're refining things and whatnot. As it is right now, it just definitely feels like the best defense is a good offense. Like, just wail on them. Because the defense seems to lower the attack damage by, like, either half to maybe, like, sometimes 2 points. Like, on the normal hits, they were doing about 3 damage versus 5. And there was, like, one special attack I saw where it did, like, it would do 10 damage if you didn't block. And if you did block, it did, like, 5 damage. So that was actually one of the ones that made a big difference. But outside of that, despite the game saying don't be spammy with it, it seemed like worked just fine. Especially if you got like one of the stamina regeneration upgrades. So probably some balancing and some tweaking obviously would need to be done before the final version is ever out. But overall, like I said, the look and concept is pretty cool. I think that's like the big thing that's going for it right now. And it's definitely a very different game compared to their usual works, let's say that. But yeah, anyway, so thank you all for watching me play Aswang Hunter. I'll see you guys later and take it easy.